Hi all, welcome to Diversified Finance. Just a quick video in regards to Bitcoin price action. So, guys, things are not looking good at the moment. Okay, so uh, especially for all coins are going down like really hard. And as you know by now, Bitcoin just dropped overnight. Yeah, so it just dropped from 125 to about 81K and then had a bit of a bounce towards like 98. And then from there, another drop. So this is the weekly chart. So 1, 2, 3 weeks, it just kept on going down. So this week is not finished yet. But from the very top, if you have a look at it, it's actually down about 52%. So finally, we have a 50% correction because the last time we had a 50% correction during a bull run was like long time ago, like in 2022 or something. So all these uh, drops that you've seen, like corrections, probably they're about like 20 to 30% corrections. See here, 30% correction. And then also here, um, another 30% correction. So we haven't seen like a 30% correction for a long time. 50% correction. So last time we've seen it like in 2022, so probably like 3.5 or 4 years ago. So right now we are seeing a much bigger correction. Like overnight, I've seen like a lot of alts are down, like especially not the micro cap alts because they've been down for so long, they cannot go even lower. But the large cap, like for example, XRP, ETH, Cardano, Solana, these coins are down like a lot, like 30, some of them are down. Like I've seen Cash down about like 40%, like 30% they are down. So it's crazy at the moment. But I don't think the downtrend is over. So as you can see, this blue line right here is the 200 weekly moving average. So normally, once we get to this line, once we hit this line, which is like 57,000, we might have a bit of a bounce, but that also will be short-lived, right? So comparing this to the previous bear market, so just because we hit 200 weekly moving average, I'm not convinced that we're gonna go up and make a all-time highs. That might not happen because there were times like we've seen, like it just went through this 200 weekly moving average, like as you can see here, and then had a slightly just went back up, back above this blue 200 weekly moving average, and then later on it just kept on going down. So this we can expect for the downside, but short term we might see a bit of a rally. So that's what we're seeing right now. So this might last for like couple of weeks. Like it looks as if it's gonna go higher, or maybe there's a chance it could go a lot higher, like even up to like probably 75K or something, and then we have a probably like a the last correction. So even if you look at the RSI, let's have a look at the RSI right now and I'm trying to figure out like, where's the bottom's going to be. So as you can see here, weekly RSI just bottomed around 25 right here. But the price used to be, when RSI bottomed right there, price was about like 17,590. And still we had another leg down, and then it dropped to like 1500 500 15,500, but the RSI was slightly gone above, like compared to this low. So we could expect something similar like that, where we can see RSI uh, just go like that, and then probably go back up and then consolidate in this area like that, and then right here we will see the real low. So right now we're seeing I'm thinking this is the higher low, but we'll see a consolidation and then the next low, and that will be the bottom for BTC. And that'll be so let's not forget. So it can happen in April or May, right? So we can consolidate from maybe this is the pain is over for February and March, and then consolidate. It might look as if like we're gonna go higher, and then April and towards May, we might see like a capitulation, probably the last drop before it goes higher. And so let's not forget the Bitcoin risk level right now is somewhere similar to risk levels at these areas back in the day. Meaning buying Bitcoin right now is less risky than buying it at 105K, right? So meaning the downside is like even if it drops, we could say there's a high chance Bitcoin could stay above 50K. Worst come to us, it'll probably say, let's say you buy it at 62, 60, it dropped to 60K overnight. Let's say when it comes down, you buy it at 60,000. Even if it drops, we might try to it might stay above like 50K. So it's only like $10,000 difference. But as you know, as I always mention, don't put all your money like, if you it's better to DCA buy, meaning you buy some right now at 64, and like 10% you buy right now if you really want to, and buy another 10% when is at 62, another 10% at 60, another 10% at 58, and another 10% at 56, right? Or you can wait till it comes back down to the 62 level and start like put 20%. Let's say you investing 10,000, you can put like 2,000 at 62, another 2,000 at 60, another 2,000 at 58, 56, 54 likewise, right? Dollar cost average by. So once the downtrend is over, once it has already made a bottom, when it goes back up to like 65, so your average price would be somewhere near 58,000 per Bitcoin, right? So like that, just like that. So this is not the bottom, right? I'm pretty sure, like compared to what we seen earlier, might not be the bottom. It could consolidate for some time and then probably drop below this 200 weekly moving average. But I don't think it's going to stay there for long. By May, we'll probably I believe we bottom by May. So we need to be very careful, right? And you don't need to miss this opportunity. It's a very good opportunity for you to buy BTC. And also, let's not forget, for 5 years, we haven't seen an all season. So the all season that we've been waiting for, it never happened. The proper all season that we're waiting for, we haven't seen it like for 5 years so far. So I believe like once Bitcoin consolidate and start going back up higher, then there's a possibility we see pretty good all season. But the question is, will all the coins gonna pump like back in the day? Because let's not forget, we have about like 10 million altcoins right now. So in 2017, there was like 5,000 altcoins, and 2021 there was like a million or so. And right now, I think there's like 10 million altcoins. So how could you expect like a all season when there's so many altcoins, right? Because then we're not gonna, it's very hard for us to see like 50x, 100x pumps, like, apart from very selected tokens, we won't be able to see that. Because back in the day, you can throw your money at any sort of a coin and you feel like a genius because it goes up, because there's scare, like there's very less amount of tokens available at the moment for so much of money. But right now, there's so much of coins, but there's very small amount of money for us to invest or just gamble on these smaller tokens. So, but there's a really good opportunity coming up. I believe we might see after capitulation. I really hope like maybe there's like some selected altcoins will start pumping. So let's not forget don't forget to add some AI tokens to your portfolio. Privacy tokens are very important. Like, there's a lot of trend for privacy tokens. Like the biggest privacy token we do have at the moment is XMR, like Monero. Even though this is very expensive, there's a high chance this could pump a lot higher. And apart from that, do not forget to add Bitcoin to your portfolio, because the reason is the first coin's gonna go up during a bull run would be Bitcoin. So if you have some Bitcoin, let it just pump first, and then you can convert your BTC into other old coins like Ethereum, XRP likewise. So yes, like I'm looking at some selected altcoins. I'm gonna add them to my portfolio, but at the same time, I'm also trying to accumulate BTC at lower levels. Like not right now, I would like to see it come back down to like bit lower levels. Just below 60K, I'll start adding just below 60K. So make sure you convert your USDT and have it on exchange like Secure or on your Uniswap or whatever. So when you see market is kind of like trending down, you can just put orders and like go to sleep. The unfortunate things for this like for us Australians is like all this drama happens like overnight. So by the time we wake up, this already has happened. Like all this dump like from 78 to 60K just happened like overnight. So either you have to stay awake and then like just it feels like awful. Like that's what I did. Like I was awake like all night. Most of the night I woke up like few times, and it feels like awful like during the daytime. Or you just put some orders and then just go to sleep, and when you wake up in the morning, maybe some of them probably be will be executed. So that's a quick update on this bear market right now. So it's very obvious right now. Like I don't need to tell anyone it's a bear market right now because we're already down 50% from the top, right? So um, because given that we didn't have a euphoric top, I'm not expecting like a 70% correction. Like no, lot of people are saying because the 2021 and 17 runs had like 70% correction, we should see a 70% correction. So 70% correction would be like somewhere near 30, like 75 would be like 30,000 to 35K. But I don't believe it's gonna go that low, right? The reason being we cannot compare this bull run for 2017 and 2021 bull runs because they had like parabolic tops. Like for example, look at over here. It just kept on going up like for like 12 months straight, up, like even though there's a consolidation here, straight up. But that's not the same scenario here. Like we topped on apathy, just went up, consolidation, up, consolidation. Yeah, went up, consolidation. There was up, and then there was no QE either. So all these two bull runs happened during QE, like money printing, but this bull run happened during QT, right? So it's totally different. So even like if you listen to Benjamin Cohen, even he mentioned he can't predict like kind of compare this one to 2021 and 2017, and I agree because you cannot. This is totally different. This happened during all this bull run happened during QT, and we never experienced anything like that earlier. So that's why I believe probably Bitcoin will most probably stay above 50K even if it drops. But then people who gonna wait until it comes to like 35,000 or 30K, they will probably miss out and then it probably going back up higher. And the next question is the all season. Yes, like depending on see, we need to see a share market crash first, like for us to see QE, and that's we're seeing it right now. So hopefully, if the share market dumps probably like another 10%, up to 10%, then we hopefully see some money printing coming in, and then when there's a lot of money out there, then the people will like risk gamble them on all coins, like risk asset like Bitcoin and all coins. And also, let's not forget this bull run. We haven't seen Ethereum putting an all-time high. We haven't seen that yet. So this is very different to previous bull markets. So this is what I believe. Like Bitcoin will probably come down to like 50 to 60K area and consolidate, and then probably go higher. And during there's a possibility it could go if there's enough QE, right? And money printing is there. The possibility after correction from the share market, it just pump like the share market along with the share market back up to all time highs, probably about all time highs, probably up to let's say 130,000 or 140,000 or 150 or something. That there's a possibility it could happen, and that's when we can expect the huge all season that we've been waiting for. When we'll see like a massive all season, there's a possibility it could happen. So it's too early to decide what's going to happen. Like by May, April, May, we'll probably have a better idea. So I believe now Bitcoin will consolidate in this area. Like it's more like a dead cat bounce. And even like let's not forget in May we're gonna have a new Fed chair. So that also will probably fuel uh, these bull markets, like if he cuts rates and then do money printing, that would help like for us to see a QE. So this is what I was thinking earlier, right? I mean, I don't think anyone was talking about it, but remember during this bull run from like COVID dump all the way to 65, that's where we had the all season, right? That's during QE. We had QE this area, so that's when we had the massive all season. But if you think like this pump during QT, it's just one pump. Like, this is the first pump we had during QT, but we haven't seen all season during this time because of quantitative tightening. But what if because of the share market crash, if there's QE and then we're gonna have another up leg like that, probably up to 130, 140. And then we have the all season that we're waiting for in this run. So compared to here, we had the all season during this run, right? So, but here we did not have all season during this bull run. But instead, what if we see the all season happening in the second pump, which is like, probably start from like 50K and above, and let's say Bitcoin goes up to 140, and then the all season that we're waiting for will happen here, and that will trick a lot of people. Like, then people wouldn't believe like that all season, we might see all season till 2029. What if we see a all season during this time? There's a possibility it could happen, but I could be wrong. But yeah, just because of that, don't bet too much money on all coins, right? You need to have a diversified. When Bitcoin goes to these low levels, make sure you have a diversified crypto portfolio, meaning you're supposed to have at least 50% in Bitcoin, because you can always convert your Bitcoin into any other altcoin, right? And then some Ethereum, maybe 20% Ethereum, 10% large cap like Cardano, XRP, likewise. But don't worry about this 50% BTC, because you can always, when it goes up, don't forget Bitcoin is the first coin to go up, and the all coins will might probably would not do anything and just sit there, just look like what Bitcoin is doing, and then we'll see rotation towards all coins. So if you hold 50% BTC, when BTC goes up, you can convert maybe 50% of that into Cardano or like XRP and let that run, right? So you can do some, or Ethereum, you can do something like that. So that's why I said 50% BTC, 20% Ethereum, and then maybe 10% in some, also 10 to 20% in large all coins like Cardano, XLM, XRP, likewise. And then the last 10 to 20% or 15% you can just spread it across, like micro cap tokens, like privacy tokens are there. There's new chains that they have added recently, AI tokens. You can spread it across like few asset classes like that, right? So that's the last thing you want to do, like put all your money in like some micro cap altcoin and expect it to pump, and it's not gonna pump. You're not gonna make money out of this market, right? So that's gonna be really sad. So that's why spread it across, have more Bitcoin in the portfolio. The second biggest holder should be Ethereum, and then you can have this Cardano and all that, and then also have some micro cap tokens as well. But don't forget, as I said earlier, I'll say it again. When Bitcoin goes up, you can convert all that coins into any other all coin that you like, right? Yes, they are probably pump a bit, but compared to BTC, that would still be really down. So don't forget, we have a really good opportunity. Maybe you missed the 2017, like a lot of people that in my group, like probably missed the 2017 bull run, and majority will probably miss the 2021, or they did not take enough profit, like just like me. But this time, there's a high chance we can make a lot of money from this market, right? And then that opportunity is right here, right? In few months, we'll know like when Bitcoin goes to these low levels. Out of the blue, in mid cycle, we'll probably have a pump like that, and nobody expect that, and then we probably see all season during that time. Okay, yeah, it's a long video, so I had to explain a lot of things. That's why it's probably long. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you. See ya.